Welcome back to the channel. Monica Louv here at The Love Messages. So today we're going to be doing a reading from the 7th to the 14th of May. Now this is going to be a general reading, so it may resonate with you, it may not. If it does resonate with you and you're interested in a personal reading with me, all the links for that will be listed below this video. Now, Aries, in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at past, present, and future for you. I'm going to clarify the cards and pull some advice. Okay, so your challenge is the moon, and what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Knight of Cups upright, okay? So your biggest challenge, Aries, is the moon, okay? Now the moon is very much connected to our subconscious mind, our emotions, our feelings about things. A lot of you at this time, I really do strongly feel with the moon here that you may be blocking out some sort of emotions or pretending like something isn't happening. There's a bit of this energy here for the second week of May moving into mid-May. It's almost as if you're ignoring something here you're ignoring or you're not seeing, or something's bothering you. I do get this feeling of wanting to know something, wanting to know the truth in regards to something. So for your challenge, we're going to clarify the moon. We're going to see why it's your challenge in a moment. Now, in the recent past, we have the World, the Star, and the Four of Wands. So in the recent past, I do feel that a cycle in your life came to an end. Something closed out for you. Something came to an end here. There was a very strong feeling in the past of needing to focus on your health, your well-being, your peace of mind, really just getting into this place of being able to ground yourself, work on yourself here in the past. And for many of you, this is about a relationship that came to an end, that you were involved in. Maybe you were involved in a specific relationship, or you were living in a certain place here in the past that really just wasn't for you. And you may have come to a realization that you needed to focus on yourself here in the past. We're going to clarify this and get more information in a moment. Now, in the present moment, you have the Nine of Wands, you have the Three of Pentacles, and you have the Knight of Pentacles. Now, there's a situation in the present moment that you are trying to work on. You're trying to work on, collaborate, come together, cooperate in this situation. And it's been really draining on your energy. Okay. There's something here about trying to make something work, feeling very drained, feeling very tired. Some of you are dealing with somebody who's taking way too long to take action towards you, way too long to come towards you. And a lot of you may be in this place of asking yourself, well, is this even worth me spending time on it? Is it even worth my energy anymore? We're going to find out more when we clarify. In the near future, you have the Strength, you have the Emperor, and you have the Five of Swords. So in the near future, things get a little bit intense here. I get this energy in the near future of really there's a feeling of, well, maybe this person doesn't really care about me. There's a lot of this cutthroat, dry energy here in the near future. And I'm not sure why it's showing up. You are showing up here in the near future with the Emperor energy, with the Strength. So I feel very strongly here for you, Aries. There's something in the near future that you really need to be aware of. I feel you are going to have to find the inner strength to overcome this situation. And we're going to talk about that and what the important messages are that you need to hear about that, okay? What you don't see coming, we have the Knight of Cups coming in really slowly here, Two of Cups. So yes, for many of you, this coming week, you have the opportunity to possibly attract love into your life. I feel there's a love offer coming in if you've been dating someone or if you've been interested in love. That will show up. There may be an opportunity there for that. So let's get into your reading, Aries. Let's clarify everything and let's see what's going on. Okay, so the moon, which is your challenge, is clarified by the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles, okay? So your biggest challenge here for the second week of May has a lot to do with getting clear on something in your life, okay? There's something in your life that's been bothering you, or you've been questioning it, or you want answers in regards to it. So your biggest challenge here has a lot to do with getting clear on whether or not perhaps you want to entertain new love, whether or not a specific person that you have been dating, seeing is the one. Is this somebody that you want to invest your time and energy into? Another thing that I'm picking up on here is some of you are dealing with an earth sign. I'm getting earth sign energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Of course, they can be any sign, but they're coming in as that earth energy, somebody who's down to earth that you may be attracting into your life. Some of you right now are really wanting to know if this person likes you, if they're interested in you. Are they going to make that offer? Because this is surrounding new love. It's a new energy that has come into your life, or it's a new energy that you are going to be attracting into your life. So the Queen of Pentacles is here, and the Queen of Pentacles is ready to make an offer. However, there is a lack of clarity on this new love. There's a lack of clarity on where it's going, what's going to happen between you and this person. Bottom of the deck, you have the Chariot. So some of you are questioning, and this is your biggest challenge. Some of you are questioning, should I wait for this person? Should I make an offer? Should I accept their offer? Are they going to make an offer? There's a big question mark here in terms of what's happening with you and this person. Is there a lot of attraction? Yes. Is there a lot of emotional interest? Yes, but nothing really has happened. And that's why a lot of you are questioning the situation and perhaps wanting to move forward with this. So this is what I see your challenge is. I think your challenge here has a lot to do with listening to your intuition. Also, asking questions, right? If you are interested in someone particularly, the important thing here is to ask questions so that you can get clear answers on whether or not this is something for you, okay? Now, let's talk about the recent past. I'm going to clarify all of the cards. Ace of Wands. So in the recent past, you have the World here. Bottom of the deck, you have the Ten of Swords. Something here ended very badly here in the past. Okay, something here ended, it needed to end. It was over here, the cycle was done. So in the recent past, you have the World, things closed out for you. You ended things in the past. You have the Two of Swords, you have the Eight of Wands, and you have the Four of Pentacles. So in the recent past, I do strongly feel that you may have been involved with a particular person. And remember, the reading can be vice versa, but I feel like this was your person here in the past. In the past, somebody started to close themselves off from you. They stopped making themselves available to you, okay? And this really bothered you on a very deep level. There was this strong communication that was back and forth between you and this person. I feel one of you in the past really didn't want to let this go. There was a strong feeling of, I don't want to let this go. I want us to be together. But ultimately, what took place here in the past had a lot to do with something that needed to come to an end. So one of you here in the past started to close themselves off while the other person still wanted to hold on to this. So there was a lack of consistency here between you and this person. Maybe the values within the connection were inconsistent. So in the past, this could have happened around January where there was an ending in the recent past. This could have also happened last November or last August. That's what I'm getting. Some of you actually recently just went through an ending the first week of May. Right? So something here closed out for you and ended. There was a lot of this healing energy when it came to this connection in the past. You have the Ace of Wands, the Emperor, and the Lovers. So things started off really great between you and this person. And when you met this person, it felt like they were your soulmate. They felt like they were the one. You started off with a very passionate and strong connection between you and this person. However, it did come to an end. You have the Four of Wands here as well. One of the reasons, if you really want to know why this situation came to an end, you have the King of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. Somebody here didn't feel valued in the past. They simply didn't feel appreciated. They simply didn't feel like they were wanted in the connection. Okay, so there could have been some sort of dwindling energy between you and this person where love was offered, and when love was offered, either it was ignored or there was a feeling of abandonment here in the past. So something here was inconsistent, and it came to the point where you may have said to yourself, you know what, I'm not going to keep doing this with you. I'm not going to keep playing these games with you. It's just better that we end things. Okay. And this is what I feel happened in the past. Something here just was inconsistent. You and this person weren't on the same page, and that's why it closed out. Okay. And this is why the Ten of Swords is at the bottom of the deck in relation to the past energy. So let's talk about the present moment, Aries. Let's clarify all the cards. Okay. Okay, bottom of the deck, you have the Magician. So in the present moment, there's a desire to regain control back. The Magician is all about power. It's all about control. It's all about creating our realities and recognizing that we are the conduit of our reality. We are creating our reality. Even when you speak things onto yourself, when you say, I'm abundant, everything's working out for me, money is flowing to me, you're creating that reality. You're reprogramming your subconscious mind. And this may be what the moon is all about. The moon may actually be very well connected to you reprogramming positive affirmations into your subconscious mind so that you can ultimately begin and create the process of changing your reality. Okay, this is what a lot of you are in the process of doing, because some of you may be talking negatively to yourself. You may be saying negative things. It's very important that you are looking at the things that you are entertaining, the things that you're talking about, okay? So in the present moment, you have the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is very much connected to perseverance, trying to make something work over and over and over again, to the point where you may feel tired, you may feel that this is just really overwhelming. It's just too much, right, for some of you. So the Nine of Wands is clarified by the World, the Nine of Swords, and the Temperance. Okay, so because the Nine of Wands is at the top of your reading, this is a very strong energy that is showing up that's very important that you need to know. So the energy in the present moment has a lot to do with the fact that somebody here in the present moment, I don't feel like this is you, I feel like this is somebody that you've been dealing with. They've been trying very hard to make things work with you, very, very hard. And they've been patient, they've been waiting. There's a lot of this energy of sleepless nights, not being able to sleep, not knowing what's going on. What has really affected this person on a very deep level is the fact that things ended between you and them. I don't think that they're over this 100%. There is this feeling of, am I ever going to have a new beginning with Aries? Are they going to give me a second chance? Are we going to start over again? So I don't feel like this is you. I feel like you are still very much connected to somebody here that believes, you know, hindsight is 2020, right? They still believe that there is an opportunity here for you, and they would like to have an opportunity for with you. So this person could be trying to reach out, call, communicate in some way, shape, or form about something here, okay? Even if you decide not to have a new beginning with this person, there's a need here for closure, because some of you ended up ghosting this person, or maybe you stopped talking to this person and they really never received any form of closure, okay? And that, again, that's not for all of you. There's very specific messages in the reading that are going to resonate with you and parts that may not resonate with you. But I do feel there is this realization in the present moment from this person that they're realizing that it's done, that there really isn't anything else that they can do when it comes to this situation. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is here. If you're looking for an offer, an opportunity to come into your life connected to your work, I do feel it is coming in, but it is taking time. May is going to be an interesting month for you, because if you are a rising Aries, the sun is going to be in your second house in Taurus, which means there's a huge opportunity here for financial abundance, money, opportunities. So really, I think one of the things that's really important for you, Aries, is to be patient. The other thing that's really important is to step outside of your comfort zone. You have the Fool here. So this is about really stepping outside of your comfort zone and doing something that maybe you're not used to doing. And this is also going to help you to get over some sort of pain that you've been going through. Some of you are still getting over something in your life that didn't work out for you. Something didn't work out for you. There's a hope here for a new beginning, or wanting to have a new beginning. And of course, there will be an opportunity for that in the month of May, but it is coming in very slowly. That opportunity is coming in very slowly. Okay, so a lot of you are still working on healing from something here that affected you. You also have the Three of Pentacles, which is clarified by the Ten of Wands, the Justice, and the Six of Wands. I do feel in the present moment that a situation that you're involved in your life, it is going to be resolved. Okay. I'm getting something here about mediation or resolving some sort of conflict in the present moment. There's something in your life that's been so burdensome. It's been so overwhelming. It's almost to the point where it's been draining your energy nonstop. And a lot of you just want to set this situation right and be able to move on. I feel like some of you, your career is being affected by a situation that's been extremely difficult for you. And this is why you may have needed to maybe go to court, or you may have needed to do mediation or something here in regards to the justice system where you need some sort of outside assistance, okay? So in the present moment, I do strongly feel that there is an opportunity for you to set something right here. And what that's gonna lead to with the Six of Wands, it's gonna lead to success. So I feel there's something in the present moment that's needed to come to an end. It's needed to come to an end. There isn't any other option but to accept that the situation is coming to an end. I also believe that when you start to move into a completely new direction and you start to work on rebuilding your life, that's going to be a part of your healing process. Okay. Because this is a lot. This is a lot of energy right now in the present moment that really is just affecting you on a deep level. Okay. So this is what I feel is happening for many of you second week of May. Now let's clarify the near future. Bottom of the deck, you have the Knight of Wands. So in the near future for you, Aries, you have the Strength. And the Strength is talking about finding that inner strength to overcome something in your life that has been very difficult for you. You have the Two of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Hermit. I do believe that there's a very important decision that you have to make in the near future about your life. And this important decision that you have to make in the near future about your life has a lot to do with getting clear on something, okay? So there's something in your life that you need to get clear on. I do feel this situation in the near future is going to require you to be in this mode, in this energy of reflection, okay? Because the Hermit is here. So something here has been really confusing in your life. This is why the Moon is your challenge. Really getting clear on a specific situation. Now, specific situation could be anything. It could be career related. It could be related to your love life. But there's something here that you will need to reflect on, and then ultimately you may need to make a decision about this. The reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of you have been struggling for quite some time to make a solid decision in regards to something, and really this situation has just been left up in the air. So there's a very strong chance that you will be reflecting in the near future to make an important decision about something in your life that's been really, really confusing. And ultimately, I see you taking action in the near future, especially connected to something from your past. And the reason why you're doing this is because it's affecting your finances, okay? So finding some sort of way to compromise with this person is going to be key. Now, in the near future, you also have the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords is a cutthroat energy. It's almost as if there's a lot of competition here in the near future, and it is connected to the fact that somebody here is leaving. I feel like you're disconnecting from somebody. The reason why you're disconnecting from this person is because the connection has become unsustainable. It has also been very traumatic for you here, okay? So in the near future, it becomes so intense that a lot of you have no other choice but to seek out a new opportunity or start something new on your own. Some of you are escaping something that's been really abusive, or it's just been unstable for you. And the good news here for you, Aries, in the near future is you are the Emperor. So there's a very important message here in the near future for you. So I feel with the Emperor, you're definitely harnessing in the near future this wisdom that you have within yourself. And you're recognizing and realizing all the experiences that you've gone through, and you're taking that wisdom and information that you learn in the near future to apply it to your situation. The Emperor is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Moon. So your challenge is the Moon, and it's showing up here in the near future. So what you're gonna learn in the near future is somebody here either hasn't been honest, they've been putting you in a third party, or something disappointing happens in the near future. But here's the thing, the reason why this is happening for you in the near future is because a lot of you have been very dependent on this person or vice versa. Somebody here is really codependent, and in their future, they're going to learn that they really don't have anybody else but themselves to rely on. And sometimes that happens in life. Sometimes in life, we are put in situations where we need to learn self-reliance. We really need to learn how to create that within ourselves. And I feel that's what's happening for you in the near future. A lot of you are realizing that a certain person or situation doesn't deserve your time and energy. And that you may be forced in a way, as much as you may not want this, you may be forced in a way to work on yourself to the point where you rely solely on yourself. Because there's a strong energy here of disappointment. There's a strong energy here of, how could this person do this to me? And it creates confusion, right? Because a lot of you see something one way and it's completely the opposite. Now, one of the things I do want to mention to you, which I think is super important, is Neptune entered into your sign in March of 2025. So things have changed since March, okay? You are now a little bit foggy brained when it comes to certain things, certain situations in your life. You have this Piscean energy about you now where, first of all, Pisces is ruled by the 12th house, so it has a lot to do with spirituality. A lot of you are learning to get more in touch with your spirituality, and you're seeing things from a completely different perspective. Whereas before March, maybe things were one way and you thought, oh, that's fine. But now, as we're setting into the new year and we're moving into the month of May, things are starting to really become uncertain for you. And I think one of the things that is going to be really important for you is tapping into your emotions, because your emotions are going to tell you what's happening around you. They're a sounding board. I always like to say, whenever you're dealing with your emotions, don't ignore them. I know we're often taught to just put our emotions to the side and act like they're not important. But I think in this case, in the near future, your emotions are going to play a huge role, because something that you've been feeling inside of yourself for quite some time is going to be affirmed in the near future. So you feel a certain way, you don't see the evidence, you don't see the information in front of you, but then you experience it in the near future to the point where you say, I knew this, I felt this, I had this feeling within myself, and I knew very strongly that there was something wrong here. So you're going to get some sort of insight in the near future that in a way is going to bring confirmation to you. And when it brings confirmation to you, a lot of you are going to say, you know what, I need to focus on myself. I need to become that person that is self-reliant and focusing on myself. So for many of you, you're moving away from a toxic situation and you're moving towards something that's a lot more stable. And this is very much based on your feelings in the present moment, that simply you just need the evidence in front of you to make that decision. So this is what I'm seeing for you. Let's get some advice. Okay, so your advice, Aries, is the Queen of Wands, the Empress, and the Seven of Swords. Your biggest piece of advice is to recognize the actions of someone, okay? You are the Queen of Wands, the Empress is here, and the Seven of Swords. So your biggest piece of advice is to look at somebody's actions. Don't look at what somebody says to you. If somebody says they love you, but then their actions show otherwise, it's very important that you look at that person's actions and really see, where they're going with that. Okay. I do feel somebody here hasn't been honest. There's been deception here. You've taken a passive role. Maybe you haven't said anything to this person, or you haven't really taken action towards it. But the question is, are you going to nurture somebody who really doesn't have your best interests at heart? Are you going to nurture somebody who takes advantage of you and doesn't see the value that you hold within yourself? Your biggest piece of advice here is to look at actions. The Seven of Swords is an action. If you look at it, it's very obvious that this person is taking something and leaving something that they don't want. So ultimately, I feel a lot of you are dealing with people or situations that really don't have your best interests at heart. And a lot of you may be taking this standpoint of being nurturing. You may take it from this perspective of, oh, I should be nurturing, I should be nice, I should take the high road. But the reality here is that when you see something for what it truly is, it's only going to be up to you what you decide to do thereout. And a lot of you may decide in the near future that it's something that's simply not for you. It's not in alignment with your values and what you want. And at that point, you will have to make a decision about this situation, whether or not you want to stay or you want to go, okay? So Aries, this is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.